with Inspire Coaching, and you are watching the fourth and last piece of my Save Your Time, Save Your Life video. And this is the final piece, and this is all about setting your mind free and bringing peace of mind into your life. And there's one simple change you can make that will dramatically impact your relationship to your calendar. And that is to stop saying the words, "I don't have time for that." Instead, every time you hear yourself saying, "I don't have time for that," I want you to stop, correct, and say, "No, I haven't made time for that." Really, truly, if you do only one thing, this one thing will be a dramatic life changer. Now, I think all of these things are going to be life changers because they've changed my life. But this one thing, I don't have time, change that to, I haven't made time for that. First of all, when you say, "I don't have time," you're passive. You're at the mercy of your calendar. You can't control it. Saying, "I haven't made time," returns the control to you. Now that may sound like a silly distinction, but in your subconscious brain, it really does make a powerful impact. So just changing the words you say impacts how your subconscious mind is processing your relationship to time. All of a sudden, you're in power. You can make time for whatever you want to make time for. So that's a huge change. The other piece of it is just acknowledging and owning your own choices about time. When you say, "I don't have time," it's probably because you've said a lot of yeses and you haven't said a lot of nos. So you literally don't have time because you've said yes to too many things. So you're in that space of being overcommitted, but not really knowing what you've committed to and what is going away as a result of that commitment. Saying, I haven't made time for that," reminds you that every yes is a no. So again, it puts you in that position of being in control of your calendar. So I really just want to encourage you, every time you hear yourself saying, "I don't have time, I don't have time to read fiction books right now. I don't have time to work out at the gym. I don't have time to cook dinner tonight." Rephrase, stop and say, "I haven't made time to read. I haven't made time to go to the gym today. I haven't made time to make dinner today." It's not about feeling guilty. So if it does make you feel guilty, then I recommend you stop. Go to talkwithelaine.com and we have a conversation about how you can use this phrase to empower you. I never, ever want anyone to feel guilty. So if guilt comes, let's talk for sure. If it doesn't, really just try changing "I don't have time" to "I haven't made time." And I promise you really will see some amazing things start to happen. All right, so you've heard the first step on how to free your mind. And now it's time for the second step. Stop remembering. So I actually have modified some of this from, it's a book by David Allen. It's called Getting Things Done. It's the Art of Stress-Free Productivity. And one of the things he talks about is capturing all the data that comes at you all day. And you'll see this little graphic. I've outsourced my brain to my iPhone. This is 100% true, y'all. I could not live without my iPhone. I mean, if I lost my iPhone, I would not have a clue what was going on in my life. And this frees up my mind. Whenever something comes up that has to be done in the future that I can't do immediately, it goes into my phone. It goes into, my phone is what David Allen would call my capture tool. What this does is it frees up your mental space. So you're no longer trying to remember things. When you're not trying to remember things, you can relax. You can sleep at night. You don't have to worry. When you have free time, you don't have to sit on the couch and think, "What am I forgetting?" Because it's all in your capture tool. So let's talk about some capture systems. Smartphone/tablet. This is what I do. I use a lot of different apps. I am an app lover. My favorite app right now is called Errands. It's listed first there in the list. I love this app. I can't remember if I paid for it or not. But what it does is I put to-do lists in there and I can categorize them. So I can categorize them as related to my business. I have a category of errands, like actually out in the car. So anything that needs to be done while I'm out of the house in the car, it gets in its own category. Then when I'm in the car, I click on that category and I see every single thing I need to do. Go to the dry cleaners, pick up medicine, go to the library, all of those things. And I can put in deadlines so that I don't ever forget a library date. I check out a book from the library, I look at the due date, I immediately put it in my errands, return books to library on this date. And then I see it. I check my errands every day. Another app I use, Grocery IQ. I think I've paid $3 for this one. This is a cool app because it allows you to keep a running grocery list. Anytime I'm in the kitchen and I run out of something, I open up grocery list and I add it to my list. And it keeps the list ready for me. And then anytime I go to the grocery store, I have an up-to-date list. Y'all, this thing is brilliant, okay? Notes. I use an iPhone. Notes is just the little note app that comes with the phone. You create a notebook, you write notes in it. I find this is a great way. This is where I keep track of my mileage. If you've ever kept track of your mileage, you know people say keep a little spiral-bound notebook in your car and just note down your mileage. This is my spiral-bound notebook. This is for anything that just doesn't fit. I actually have a running list for Target and CVS in here. Just anytime I need to jot down a note, I write it down in my notes. Evernote is another great app. It actually has a lot more functionality than it used to, but it allows you to create notebooks and then create notes within the notebooks. And in the notes, you can put to-do lists, just information, websites, links to recipes online. This is a great place to keep recipes. If you find them online, you can save the link into Evernote. Then you can click on Evernote and go right back to the recipe. The Facebook app. I use my Facebook app. It's a great app for staying in touch with people, staying in touch on Facebook, that sort of thing. You can use Facebook messaging. There's a lot we can do with smartphones and tablets. And what I like about my smartphone is that it's with me all the time. And you know, it comes with a calendar, and the calendar is online, so I can access my calendar from anywhere. So, but maybe you're not into that. Maybe you want to have a cheap phone. Maybe you don't like the keyboards. Maybe you don't like the blue light. Paper and pen, baby. There is nothing wrong with some paper and pen in your life. Get yourself a calendar system. You know, go to some calendar store and just go crazy, splurge, buy yourself a Covey handbook calendar system, whatever works for you. Get yourself a nice big calendar, keep it with you all the time. Post-it notes. Post-it notes are a great way to keep notes. You can write a note, put it on the wall, take it down when it's done. It's visual, it's right there. You can get it, the Post-it notes in every color, so you can categorize by the colors. Whiteboards. Whiteboards I think are great for family calendars. I have a family calendar on whiteboard, and I write all of the family stuff on there, and then at the end of the month I just erase and write new. Software. Now, we already talked about smartphones, but there are some apps that actually are even more inclusive. And the most popular one is called IQtel. And I did use IQtel for a couple months, I guess. It really didn't work for my personality, so I went back to my smartphone multiple apps model. But you want to find one that really works for you. IQtel, if you have more than one email address, IQtel is great because you set up all of your email addresses to go into one inbox. And then you can capture all your to-do lists and create them and get reminders right there. They do charge, I think it's like $5 or $6 a month. Evernote, I already mentioned them, they're an app, but they also have a website, and they've been really increasing the functionality, so that's another great thing. Google has 1 million apps, and you know, you pull up Chrome and you get all the Google apps, and you've got your Google Plus and you've got your YouTube. So Google apps might be a really good possibility, and honestly, I haven't done a lot of research on these because I've got my smartphone solution. So here's the thing, whatever you choose, start capturing. Write it all down. When you write it down and keep track of where you wrote it down, your mind will just relax and it will be free. When your mind is free, everything will be easier. You'll be able to make better decisions about your time because you won't have that little nagging voice in your head saying, well, do you remember this and do you remember that? It's all written down. It's so freeing. All right. I hope you enjoyed that. That was our last video in the Save Your Time, Save Your Life giveaway. I hope you got a couple of great takeaways from that. And as always, please go to talkwithelaine.com to schedule a free 1-hour conversation with me, and we will talk about exactly how to get awesome results using the tools I've taught you. We're going to apply them to your specific life situation, your unique circumstances, and I am going to help you save your time and save your life. This is Elaine Bayless with Inspire Coaching. Thank you so much, and I look forward to talking with you.